You might be wondering where my clothes went. But who needs clothes when you can be pole dancer? But before we get into that, let's talk about some things in the works. So about a week ago, the Entrepreneurial Cup Stage 1 results came back, and sadly I was not selected as a finalist. So looking at the judge feedback, the reason behind this is not necessarily because of my idea. It was just the Stage 1 competition was about addressing the problem and basically providing data and statistics on why it's an issue. And I focused really heavily on my product and it as a solution. And I kind of put the weighting, like this was my weighting of the product and this was the problem, and it was supposed to be like this. So at this point, I'm not quite sure if my product would be viable in the marketplace yet. So I just need to think on it a little bit, see if I want to go forward with it and testing it to consumers. So the product idea that I had was basically a digital marketing platform, and what it would do is it would ask the user for the same amount of information that a social media marketing agency with physical people who run ads would ask, and then it uses AI to basically do everything that they do. It chooses where they put the ads, and it looks at the data, and basically what the user does is they enter their budget, and at the end of each month it shows how the budget has been allocated and makes suggestions on how to change it and where to put the money for ads. And it has a lot of different features that I thought about and discussed in the essay. But again, the essay was mostly about the problem and not the product that you created as much. And I guess I just got a little too excited about the product. So I'm going to put a little bit of thought into my idea and see if I want to test it a little bit with consumers, which is what Stage 2 is about. But in order to kind of gain some skills for the product that I'm creating, I'm gonna work on two different kind of projects. So the first being a social media marketing agency. So what I would do is I would reach out to local businesses and I would see if they needed me to run their ads for them. I did a lot of research on the subject and how to run ads and all that, but when I tried to create my Facebook account for Ad Manager, I ran into a little bit of trouble. So basically, my account got disabled, and when I entered my real legal name, and I'm 99% sure that this is my actual name, they said that it's fake. So basically, they said that I'm a bot and that I don't have a real name. So that kind of hurt a little bit, but anyways, I'm gonna try to get that fixed. I put in a appeal request form, but according to the internet, those aren't too effective. So I might have to figure something else out, but we'll see what happens. And then the second part to that, so the social media marketing agency would give me a lot of insight into the digital marketing business and how that works. But the second part would be creating a nonprofit that creates websites for other nonprofits. So basically, I'd be reaching out to smaller nonprofits that don't necessarily have the resources or they don't want to spend their resources on creating a decent website. So once I figure out how to create a decent website, hopefully I'm going to help them out and do some good. And I'll also be building skills for my own product along the way. And another benefit that this would have is what I didn't mention in the last episode is I still have to apply to the business school. So how it works is during your first year, you take the prereq classes and you do stuff, I guess, like clubs or something, and then you apply to the business school and they either let you in or they're just like, no, you can't do that. So putting the creator of a nonprofit on that application would hopefully push me over the edge into getting into the business school, and that'll help me gain a lot of skills, I think, hopefully, I don't know. So in order to, kind of boost my application, I've been joining clubs, trying to find some kind of leadership position or whatnot. But a lot of these clubs are very well put together. They already have their leadership selected, and it's hard for a first year to kind of get into that space. But I did find the Croquet Club. Okay, so the Croquet Club, they have their leadership set, but I noticed that their funds were a little bit low. You know, we had some kind of janky resources. So what I did is on the messaging app that we use, I reached out to the president of the club and I was like, yo, can I do a fundraiser for you? And I could tell he was a little bit confused. He was like, maybe. So I pitched an idea to him. It wasn't very relevant to croquet, and that was his main problem with it. And I could just tell he was overall skeptical about the whole thing in general. But a big thing that I've learned in life in general, but business specifically, is even when someone says no or is skeptical about your proposal, you have to just keep pushing and keep, showing interest and proposing, better ideas. And by doing this, most of the time, I've found, the majority of the time, if you just show that you're really passionate and you really want to make something happen, then they'll give you a chance, and that's really all you need. So after, he kind of basically rejected my idea, I came up with a new idea, and he liked this idea a lot more. So basically, what I'm going to do is set up a mini golf course, but instead of mini golf, it's with croquet rackets and croquet balls and the little like croquet looking, I don't know what they're called, but they're gonna be there. So he was very interested in this, and I created a little flyer, and he liked it, so that's good. So hopefully end of November, early December, or it would have to be after break in January, I'm gonna get this fundraiser off the ground, raise some funds for the Croquet Club, and become the fundraising executive of the Croquet Club, and put that on my resume. Hopefully they'll like that, they'll be into that, but I'm just trying my best to get some stuff on there and make something happen. Alright, so now on to the main project of the week. I ordered an exercise pole, and basically what I'm gonna do is create an Instagram account and a TikTok account, and I've already created I've made the first video, right? It's basically just me and a few other guys setting up the pole in our college dorm, and each week I'm gonna record a video, and it's basically gonna be my journey to become a professional pole dancer. And the main kind of overarching purpose of the series is going to be about fitness and self-improvement, and I don't know, a lot of that kind of stuff, I guess. So what TikTok has is this creator program where if you have enough followers and views and whatnot, then you can join, and videos 1 minute and over, I believe, you get paid for. So all of my videos are going to be a little over a minute, and hopefully I can build up followers and views, and then turn that into a stable source of revenue, hopefully, a little bit of extra money. So overall, what I'm hoping to achieve with that is, just learn an interesting, cool new skill. I just thought it would be, a fun thing to do, and hopefully I can convert that and the time that I spend into that into money, obviously, which will help me, fund things and survive. And then maybe I'll somehow inspire people along the way. But we'll see. So for the upcoming week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to post the video. I'm going to try to get my account for Facebook undisabled so I can start getting the social media marketing rolling. And I'll keep thinking about my main product idea for the Entrepreneurial Cup and think about going forward with that. And then in hopefully around December time, I'm going to dedicate a week or two and an episode to getting the nonprofit off the ground and hopefully I'll find some people, some nonprofits that genuinely are interested in my services, and I can genuinely help some people. And then if I do decide to stick with my idea, or if I create a new idea, I will eventually, probably after Christmas break, so in January, I will assemble a team to start working on my product. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. So I guess I'll see you next week.